did you realize your ride or die was actually hoping you'd die? Gabby and I had been inseparable since preschool when she shared her chocolate goldfish crackers with me during snack time. 13 years later, and nothing had changed except the snacks got bigger and the sleepovers got later. Our moms still had wine nights together every Friday while we hung out upstairs planning our futures at the same college and fighting over who got to be each other's maid of honor someday. She was the only person who knew about my panic attacks and the weird birthmark on my hip that looked like a potato. The thing about having a best friend who's basically your sister is that everything flows through them naturally. Gabby was always the social one, so when she'd handle party invites, I never questioned it. She'd been doing that since we were kids, when she was brave enough to ask if we could join the playground games. By high school, I just let her handle all the social stuff. When I'd get texts saying plans got canceled or changed to family only, I'd shrug it off even though it stung. I figured people were just flaky, or their parents were strict. Every Saturday night I spent alone while she was stuck at her cousin's birthday or helping her mom. I told myself at least we were both missing out together. She'd text around 11 asking if I wanted to grab pancakes and debrief about our boring nights. Everything unraveled on a random Tuesday in October. I was weaving through the crowded hallway trying to make it to history when someone called my name. Shane from my calc class caught up to me with that concerned look people get when they think you've been going through something rough. Hey Caitlin, are you feeling better? He shifted his backpack to his other shoulder while giving me this sympathetic head tilt that made absolutely no sense. Gabby said you had some brutal stomach bug last weekend and couldn't make it to my thing, which really sucked because I was hoping you'd be there. My brain short-circuited trying to process what he'd just said because last Saturday I'd been perfectly healthy eating an entire bag of hot chips while binge-watching trash reality TV. Wait, what thing last weekend? Shane's forehead creased with confusion as he pulled out his phone. My birthday party? I literally gave Gabby your invitation like 2 weeks ago because I wanted to make sure you knew it wasn't just the usual group. The usual group? I heard myself ask. Yeah, you know, like me and the people who hang out after calc sometimes, but I invited way more people this time. He turned his phone toward me, showing an Instagram story from Saturday night with at least 30 people crammed into his basement. Oh, and just so you know, I'm having people over again this Friday if you're feeling up to it. He started creating a new contact in his phone. Maybe I should just text you directly instead of going through Gabby. The late bell rang, but neither of us moved. It's actually weird because someone mentioned they tried to invite you to their Sweet 16 through Gabby too, but you had mono that month. My hands shook slightly as I typed my number into his phone while pieces clicked into place. Every party I thought I wasn't cool enough to get invited to had actually included an invitation that never reached me. Every weekend, Gabby comforted me about how high school social politics were impossible to navigate, while she was the one making sure I stayed on the outside. Hopefully this makes things easier, Shane said with a genuine smile before jogging off to class, leaving me standing in the empty hallway with 13 years of friendship, suddenly looking like a horror movie I'd been too stupid to notice I was starring in. Friday night, I showed up at Shane's house 20 minutes after his text said people were arriving. The second I walked through the door, a girl from my English class practically screamed, "Caitlin, holy shit, you're actually here. Are you finally feeling better because you have been going through it this year?" More people gathered around, expressing relief that I wasn't deathly ill anymore. Gabby stood frozen by the kitchen doorway with a red Solo cup clutched in her hand and her face cycling through expressions I'd never seen before. Our eyes met across the room and I watched her realize that her carefully maintained story was about to collapse. Yeah, it's been really weird how I only get violently ill on Friday and Saturday nights, I said loud enough for everyone to hear while maintaining eye contact with my best friend since preschool. Almost like my body knows when all the parties are happening and decides to shut down. The room got quiet as people started actually thinking about what I'd just said. The funniest part is finding out how many invitations never made it to me because they went through someone else first. I said it casually like it was just an interesting observation. A few people turned to look at Gabby, who was gripping her cup so tight her knuckles were white. "Gabby?" someone asked. Gabby set down her cup and walked out without saying a word.